You can download the art seen in the video for free, link in the description. Add a character body 2D node as the core of the scene. Then add a sprite and a collision shape 2D as a child of the character body 2D. Apply the sticky stamp art to the texture of the sprite 2D. I'll use scroll wheel to zoom in. You'll see that it's blurry. To fix this, we'll go to texture, filter, and set it to nearest. Then go to region, enable, and hit edit region. Set the snap mode to grid snap and change the step to 1 pixel by 1 pixel. Zoom in again using the scroll wheel. We'll then hold left click and select the first frame of our character's animation. Add an animation player node as a child of the sprite. Create a new animation, name it idle, and hit OK. We'll then set the snap to 0.1. This will make the playhead snap to 0.1 whenever we move it. Go back to the sprite, keyframe the rect and hit create. Move the playhead over to 0.1, go to edit region, select the next frame, hit close, keyframe, go to 0.2, get the third animation frame, keyframe, go to 0.3, grab the final animation frame, hit keyframe, then we'll set the animation to a total of 0.4. To fix the animation from doing this sliding effect, hold left click and drag a box over the keyframes, set the easing over to 0. Now to make the animation loop infinitely, select the loop button. Finally, to make the animation run immediately as soon as the game loads, enable autoplay on load. Go to the collision shape 2D node and add a rectangle as its collider. Then we'll set the size to 11.5 by 11.5. Finally, go to scene, save the scene, and head to the character body 2D and add a script. We will then add a variable called speed and set it to 150. We make sure to establish that the variable is an integer, as this will ensure that if we change the value later, it can't be equal to something that isn't an integer. Additionally, defining that this variable is an integer will allow for a little performance boost. We will then add the built-in physics process function, which will handle all the movement code. First, we check if velocity is equal to a vector2.0, which just checks if the player is not moving. If so, then we will check if any of the arrow keys are being pressed, and if so, then we will add speed to the velocity for the given direction. Finally, we add the move and slide function so that the player moves when speed is added to velocity. Now, if you want to have WASD or any other input also move the player, then go to Project, Project Settings, select Input Map. We'll enable Show Built-in Actions to see the UI up, down, left, and right. Scroll down a little, find the name of the input, go to the right of it and press the plus. Type in the input that you would like to add to it and hit OK. You can also remove it by pressing the bin button.